For today's cup of coffee, I may have to beat youngest kid before we even get like 10 seconds into it. I've had to almost beat him down before I could even turn the camera on. And I don't see how, because we had to go shopping today in 90-degree temperatures, and it will absolutely just suck the life out of you.
That's because I do better at night.
It's just, I don't know. But what we're going to discuss today is a little bit different, in case you haven't figured out by the coffee mug that I frequently use. It says, every day is Halloween. It really is with us.
Yeah.
This is not just a once-a-year thing. This is our lifestyle.
Spooky season is all season. It's all year long.
And so, usually, sometime in July, we start the stalking of Halloween.
Yeah, we do.
You know, I will go and I ask people in the store that work there, and it's like, when are you getting the Halloween items in, whatever, and they sort of, most of them are really good that I speak with, because I think some of those are closet spooky people.
Uh-huh.
And to sit there and go, we are those people.
Well, the thing is, most people prefer Halloween, to my knowledge. Most people that I talk to, at least, prefer Halloween over Christmas. My best friend is not one of those people. She likes Christmas.
And it's okay. There's nothing wrong for those who celebrate Christmas.
Keep your season to yourself during the month of December, damn it.
That's not their fault. That is
their fault.
It is. Well, it's really not. And it's like, Hobby Lobby was the one, I think it was back in June. No, it was July, because I remember they had...
It's the fucking Christmas in July. Christmas in July. Stop it.
They had 4th of July items out. They were already getting some autumn things in, since they have banned Halloween. And that's a separate... Well, I actually did do a video about that. Or
yeah, literally Hobby Lobby is...
rant.
A spooky season... phobic.
That is their choice, and that's okay.
Halloween phobic.
But like I said, I still question somebody that would do that, and yet everything's bought from China.
And yet they celebrate Christmas, which is the most pagan holiday of all of them.
Well, it is very much, if you go back and study the origins of Yule and everything like that. And, we'll put a sprig of holly and stuff like that up during the season.
I don't want to see one sprig of holly.
Well, anyhow, but when it's there...
Now, if it's Krampus, I'll gladly put him out.
When it is there with the pumpkins and the 4th of July, there's a problem. That's just corporate greed.
Yeah, I just saw a bat.
Did you see a bat?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It was flying really close to the house.
I hope as long as it doesn't fly in the house.
Again.
Yeah. There he goes.
Yeah.
But because that we start doing the Halloween stalking, and we did start somewhere in July, because that was about when it began last year, towards the end of July, and then of course in August the main sale point is back to school.
Yeah.
But this year, back to school is lasting longer than it did before. I have noticed that.
Yeah.
And
why?
Why? Because I fear that there is a supply chain breakage with some of the Halloween things, which is kind of horrifying.
Oh, God. They've already stocked, like, setting up their, oh God, what is this? Spirit Halloween, they're doing their thing still, and I'm hoping that they put it up where Toys R Us used to be in Johnson City.
Right, Johnson City is still like an hour and a half from us.
It's closer to, actually it's more close to 2 hours.
Well, yeah, and so, but... we are willing to drive that usually once a season. They used to have one in Bristol, which is about an hour from us.
But since they started using that store, since that store has opened up as like a another one as like an actual chain store, they can't use that building anymore.
No, they can't use that building, but they had already decided that they were not going to allow Bristol to have a store again because of employees basically looting the place.
My God.
Yeah, because I spoke to a gentleman which he's like, you can come and work. And I'm like, I would love to come and work, but I'm not driving 2 hours one way and 2 hours the other way.
I'll move to Johnson City.
I've lived in Johnson City. It's not bad. It's just grown up to where it's huge. I think it's now the 8th. The last time I looked, which was a while back, it was the 8th largest city in Tennessee.
Well, you can sort of live on the outskirts of Johnson City.
That's Piney Flats.
But it's still really, really close to Johnson City.
And last year we couldn't even find it.
Did we even look where Toys R Us was?
Yeah, we actually drove down there because I think we went to At Home. Or maybe that was the year before. I don't even know.
I feel like that was the year before.
It may have been the year before. It's been a very... 2020 was a bitch. 2021 is a bigger bitch.
Oh, 2020's the biggest bitch. She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world.
Anyhow, so the only thing that we have seen so far, even as far as like Sam's Club, and it was weeks ago, they had one of the... He wasn't even animatronic, was he?
What was it?
It was like the Reaper thing that they had at Sam's Club a while back. And it seems like that he may have made spooky noises, and he may have...
Oh, the one that we saw at Sam's recently?
Yes.
Yeah, he was animatronic.
Was
now
he?
He didn't move, but he definitely lit up and, like, said stuff.
Yeah, but that's not animatronic. I don't remember him moving. But that's gone now. I don't know if they sold out
Already?
that quickly. Now, it's been a couple of weeks since we went to Lowe's, but Lowe's usually starts putting out, because they don't do the back-to-school thing.
No.
And
the fact that the CEO or whatever of Lowe's was like, hey, we're not doing the displays anymore. Just put it out like normal stock.
now, I don't know that was the CEO. That could have been that store manager, because that was at the Bristol store. But
they started doing that at all the Lowe's.
One year that they had, for a while they were doing displays, and they were gorgeous. And it very much...
It was fun to go in there and look.
It sold product.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know whose idiocy it was to make a decision that, we're not going to display this. We're not going to encourage people to know how to use these items or pick up these items. 150 years ago, I worked in display at Sears. I know how this is supposed to be done.
If you display it, it works.
Right. I mean, for people to look at an item that's in a box, it's half the time they don't even have the actual product displayed any place. People are looking in the boxes. A lot of times they're tearing up the boxes. That's counterproductive. If
I had a store, it would be a goth-themed store. It would be like Hot Topic during late 90s and early 2000s. It'd be like that.
Everything has gone to shit.
Trip pants, choker necklaces,
no, like
chains that dangle from the pants.
Other than candy items, the only thing that I have seen has been, like tinsel. They had tinsel at Walgreens.
Yeah, and some candy. That was it.
It was the candies are the primary things that's out right now.
Not even a Halloween Squishmallow, and they usually put those out by now.
And the is it Dollar General? Is that the actual? We just call them all the dollar store.
Yeah, the Dollar General.
And it's like they're required every 5 miles in this area.
I think the Dollar Tree was already putting Halloween stuff out. I can't remember if they were or not.
But what the Dollar General has right now, again, it is shit.
Very much.
Of
course, their stuff has not been that good anyway.
Every now and then you could find things that were kind of cute.
Yeah.
Not that I do cute. Now, you got to realize this is cute within the vernacular of Halloween.
Her version of cute, not my version of cute, not anyone else's.
Oh God,
version
no!
of cute.
Your version of cute is like those. I don't know what they are. Some of those fuzzy, cute things.
Squishmallows. Cute.
No, some of the squishmallows are okay, but some of those things that you like need a throat punch. But this is some of the most ridiculous, cheaply made, cheap-looking crap. And I'm like, for real? This is it?
Yeah.
And Kid was wondering, it's like, are they going to cancel Halloween again this year?
Let's hope they don't.
Which some people, they would, click their heels in glee at the thought of Halloween being canceled. Because they do not, there is so much disinformation out there about everything.
We're looking at you, Bible thumpers.
No, it's not. No, there's a difference between church people and those who follow Christ.
I don't consider the ones that follow Christ Bible thumpers. The Bible thumpers are the ones who ridicule you as soon as you step into the church.
Well,
because you are wearing a t-shirt.
That's true.
Rather than a three-piece suit.
Sometimes the t-shirt's all somebody has.
Exactly.
That's
why I have an issue with those type of people.
I have been that somebody. But anyhow, the origins of Samhain have been very much perverted. We will do this as it is closer to October. We'll go into a full history of Halloween and stuff. And it's designed to be fun. Spooky, but fun.
Halloween is supposed to make fun of scary things.
Right.
So why ban that?
Well, I think we have so many actual scary things right now.
And so you take away the one holiday that helps you cope with shit.
Right. It's taking away of mirth. Because you've got to realize, back to the Harry Potter films, when they were dealing with the, what was that one hobgoblin that was in the wardrobe? I can't remember what it was, but it would transform into whatever the person's greatest fear was.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
And that the counter spell, if you want to say that, the way you defeated this thing, it wasn't a boglin, was it? No, that's...
A boglin came from the 80s.
Was to make fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
To, imagine it as something that would make you laugh.
Exactly.
And that is one of the main points of Halloween, the way that it is celebrated for a lot of us these days.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the ones that are behind the scenes pulling the strings, that honestly, fallen angel technology, servants of Satan for real,
yep,
they understand that fear sells, fear is addictive, fear is what they feed on. So they're going to try to cancel anything and everything that helps someone have joy.
Yeah. And for what? So they can have their stupid holiday that just makes people angry?
No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the true forces of darkness that's behind all this stuff. It's not even about, there's a lot of people that they do enjoy Christmas, and we're not shitting on those people. Well, you are, but I'm not. Because anytime that anybody is, honoring the birth of Christ, that's not a bad thing. Even if they're not doing it right, because if they,
mm-hmm.
We don't know that we're doing it right either, but we're trying. It's smile child giving parent dandelion. Yeah, I've been giving God dandelions for years. Yep. Because it's out of the heart. Excuse me. So, we don't know whether Halloween is going to be canceled this year or not.
Don't cancel Halloween.
But it's like, that's where pumpkins still grow.
Yeah.
We've seen them.
Corn still grows.
So it's one of those, do your own Halloween. And this is something that people have had to do for a very long time. Make your own fun.
Yeah.
Carve a pumpkin. Make your own decorations and stuff like that. There was a gentleman on YouTube that his it's Monster Tutorials is his channel name, and I definitely will put a link to that. And he is just a brilliant, innovative individual. He shows you how to make your own props and things. Mm-hmm. He gets a lot of stuff from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
And then he will, modify it to where it's really cool.
I made a shrunken head following one of his tutorials, and it was actually pretty damn awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Now, he has tools sometimes that we don't, but that we could get easily, like a heat gun.
Yeah, you can just go to Walmart and get a heat gun.
Right. One year...
Or you can use a hairdryer.
No, not for some of that stuff that he does. It's the whole melting purpose. It would probably be a little more than a hairdryer could muster up. There was one year that he had gone and gotten some kind of, maybe like a insulation or something like that. It's these sheets of foam that you can get at Lowe's.
I thought you were about to say sheets of evil.
No.
Sheets of evil.
Not at this point. That's a different video. And he has some kind of, like, knife. I think somebody gifted him this, that it just cuts right through that foam. And he made his own spooky tombstones.
Yeah.
And another one that, as far as, and actually his some of his videos are called Gothic Homemaking, and that is Aurelio Voltaire. I love him.
We've been fans of him since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
He was also he did a song called Brains for Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Good show if you have not seen it.
He has several albums that are just phenomenal. Brilliant artist all the way around. He does visual art in addition to writing his own songs and performance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he has quite a few tutorials as far as making Gothic furniture. He redid a medicine cabinet one time. It was amazing.
That was amazing.
The tables and stuff, that's something that I still would like to...
His home is basically 90% DIY'd.
Yeah, because he couldn't find these things, so he did it himself.
But that's the thing with the goth lifestyle anyway. It has a heavy base rooted in DIY.
Yeah.
Heavy roots in that.
Well, it's like I came out of
homemade shit.
The grocery store yesterday, and I told Kid, I said, you owe me. And there was a gentleman there that was, he was a salesman, and he was working on commission. That makes him work a little bit harder. Local newspaper. And I stopped taking the newspaper years ago because I wasn't reading them because it was so poorly written. Mm-hmm. That it just angered me. And I'm like, no, I don't need this. I've got stuff that can make me mad without me paying for it.
Yeah.
So anyhow, he gave us a couple of papers, and, it was supposed to be like $14.99 for the first month, and then you could try it, and then you could cancel the subscription or whatever. And I told Kid, I said, well, plus I got $10 worth of gift cards to use in the grocery store. Mm-hmm. So I ended up like, $5.
Yeah.
For a month. That's not horrible. But the reason Kid is indebted to me now is those newspapers will become paper mache projects.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make a dummy. I'm trying to make a ventriloquist dummy, and back in the day, people used to make ventriloquist puppets, or puppets in general, with paper mache, because that's all they had, or they would make it out of wood.
Well, it's called Appalachian engineering. It truly is.
It's called do it yourself.
Well, that's the whole point of Appalachian engineering. But it was cheaper to go ahead and get the subscription for a month than if I had bought Kid a tablet of newsprint.
tell me you're going to cancel that subscription.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. After, I will call them and cancel it. But it's going to have to arrive. I get a month anyhow.
Yeah.
So we are going to do Halloween regardless of what the others do.
Yep.
But it was disappointing last year even at Michael's, because Michael's Craft Store usually has some cool stuff. I had a large problem with the pink. Like you're talking about, keep your Christmas out of Halloween. Keep your pink out of my Halloween. No, that you could do the Hello Kitty goth thing someplace else.
Pastel goth.
It's not pastel goth. It's Hello Kitty. It's like Hello Psycho Kitty is what it is.
That actually sounds really cool.
It needs to be its own thing.
Psycho Kitty actually sounds really cool.
You know, and I do the mountain goth thing because I don't feel like getting up and putting the makeup and doing all that stuff every day. I actually do things, work things, and you can't do that with black, or they called stiletto nails.
There's almond-shaped nails, and then there's stilettos. Stilettos usually come out about 2 inches.
Right.
They're really sharp and pointy.
No, I can't. When Kid was still in cosmetology school, he would do a brilliant job on my nails. I hadn't had my nails painted in years. And there's, years back video of, it was a black. Of course it was black. And then he would do a red on top of it that looked like drips.
Blood drips, yeah.
And they were just amazing. And so I miss that, but that's all right. There's a lot of things I miss. I had them for a while. But anyhow, you have been forewarned, and the prognosis for Halloween 2021, it ain't looking too good right now,
Keep your Christmas out of my shit.
It ain't looking too good right now. So if you start now, if you're making your own props and different things, it takes a while to do that if you want to do it correctly.
Yeah. Takes a long time.
Now, I don't have the skill to do an animatronic, but I don't have the money to buy an animatronic either. So it's all good.
If I could, I would get one of those Chuck E. Cheese animatronics and creep it out.
They're creepy as it is.
Yeah, so it won't take that much.
To be done.
One of those vintage.
Even on Wish. Now, Wish is one of those. It's weird because if you're shopping there, expect to have to wait sometimes for months. I mean, I've had stuff arrive that I had totally forgotten that I had ordered by the time that it got here.
I've had that happen to me too.
So I don't know if you ordered things for Halloween now, I don't even know if you would get them in time. But the only thing that I was really impressed with, they had these sunflowers, and they had little skulls in the middle of them. And those were really cool.
Yeah.
But I never did totally get the dimensions of them. And I'm not paying $6 to $9 for a single sunflower skull thingy.
If I get the job at Food City, I'm going to do that for her.
No, we can. I haven't even found any of the plastic skulls yet. Walmart has nothing right now.
We stocked up on them.
Yes, but that's for the table project.
Oh, that's true.
So, anyhow, the forecast is looking kind of gloomy and not in a happy Addams Family way.
Oh.
But we've got time to do this. We can do this. We can do this.
Yeah.
So if you all have had any supernatural or paranormal experiences, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, big feets.
Big feet!
Local legends, family legends and myths. Kid was getting ready to do something. He's leaning over here close to me.
What the fuck was that one that looked like a chess piece?
I don't know.
The one that had the little arms and it was in this cloak and it had this spade-shaped head.
I know what you're talking about, and I can't remember the name of it
I
right
can't
now.
either. That is a Spooky Boy. That's the one I call Spooky Boy.
But anyhow, any of those things.
I like my Spooky Boys.
If you've had proper Halloween sightings, let us know.
Have you ever gone ghost hunting? If you know anyone that is going to hire another ghost hunter on the team, I will gladly volunteer as tribute. I want to be a ghost hunter. Please, someone.
All you had to do is just go into an abandoned something and not get caught by the cops.
I don't have equipment.
Anyhow.
When I get monies. When I get monies.
Well, you're
equipment, and I'm going.
You're working towards it.
You can't. If they do not call me about that sort of shit, about me being hired, I am going to piss.
No, you just turned in the application online today. Give it a minute, all right? Wait a week and then start calling. But any of those things that you would like, if you have overly dramatic children that you would like to discuss, any of that, give us an email at cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
If you also got good creepy game recommendations, please share with me.
Like video games? Yeah. The horror genre in the video games, for those of you who are gamers. It's been a minute, I think, since they came out with a real good horror game. That one, was it Castlevania or whatever it was? I keep calling it Castlevania.
I mean,
but
they came out with Resident Evil Village, but I couldn't play it because my computer didn't run it, and I didn't get my hands on a physical copy. I'm upset about that.
For those of us who are not gamers and that are expected to be audience, it needs to be... I know, it's Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein is good.
That one was awesome as far as to sit and watch the game. Now, that one was cool.
I want one that I can actually play on console rather than PC. Because there's a lot of good PC horror games that are coming out that are indie, but because my computer is shit, I can't play them.
Good job. You all have a wonderful day.
I did not mean the burp. I really did.
Oh, that's going to be edited out big time. So, you all have a good one. Know that you're very loved, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Spooky season forever lives on. Spooky season.